Chicken Parm is having a moment. The New York Post even had an article recently about it being New York's aphrodisiac of choice. Ugh. While I have a hard time believing that a plate of heavy carbs and cheese is gonna put you in the mood, I do agree that it's delicious and LA needs more of it.
Yes, please.
Given its gut-busting nature, it might surprise you to find out that LA is home to one of the best places to gorge yourself on this Italian-American classic. But there's just one thing. You have to know where to find it. Chicken parm might be one of America's absolute favorite comfort foods. Parm Boys pops up monthly in West Hollywood in a restaurant called Ronin. You have to reserve a spot ahead of time through Instagram, but trust me, it's worth planning ahead. I stopped by last month to eat my fill of chicken parm, eggplant parm, Caesar salad, antipasti, and spaghetti. Oh, and there were Negronis too. I wasn't mad about it.
Parm Boys is all about classic American Italian red sauce food. If you don't know what that is, you're probably not from the East Coast, and that's okay. We're here to show you what it's all about.
Parm Boys started with Jake and I. We've been friends for a really long time, both kids that are expats from Boston, moved out to LA. We started by just making chicken parm in his apartment. We would get really drunk off Negroni Spagliatos and decide to go to the grocery store because the line at Dantana's to get a reservation on a Sunday was way too long.
Just a quick side note if you're not from LA, Dantana's is a super popular, super old school red sauce Italian joint that's been open since 1964.
So we both come from that sort of Italian tradition of Sunday dinner being a really awesome sort of red sauce, East Coast style Italian food.
Family.
Yeah, absolutely. So we started off by doing it with 6 to 8 people out of his apartment, and we got really tired of doing dishes. So we tried to ask Daniel to see if we could come and mess his restaurant up for a little bit. More authentic, kind of like go to your grandma's, have a gravy that's been cooking for like 24 hours or something like that, and eat food that's a little bit more heavy, but definitely reminds you of comfort food.
The guys stick to a fairly traditional recipe for the parm, but they opted to use panko for the breading to keep it crunchy. Even the spice mix is grandma approved. Straight from the bottle Italian seasoning. Don't mess with a good thing. They do have one trick up their sleeve though. The chicken parm is finished in a wood-fired pizza oven, which gives the final dish a super gooey, extra crispy bite. The whole meal will cost you $35 per person, and considering all the food you get, I have to say it's actually a pretty good deal. I know people who have accidentally spent that much at the Whole Foods salad bar.
They are not playing around with the cheese. Oh my God. Whoa. There's so much cheese in here I can barely get it all on my fork. Okay. It smells like what my dad thinks like his house always smells like. He's from New Jersey, so am I. But I don't think like he's quite got the same, like, let's say, Italian heritage that I think he wishes that he had. So when I look at all of this, all I think about is my dad.
Reservations start pouring in around 5:30, and after that, it's all hands on deck. 180 people booked tables tonight, so it's a packed house. The sauce is cooking, the chicken is frying, the cheese is melting, and all those simple things are inherent to the pop-up's success so far. It's not overly complicated, and in a world full of foams and expensive tasting menus, sometimes it's fun to just get back to basics.
The vibe is awesome, exactly what I expected. There's hip-hop music playing, it's a busy kitchen, the food is awesome, and it's a perfect Sunday night.
It is like nearly burned on the edges, that like crispy, crunchy texture. Inside, perfectly moist, absolutely delicious. And that red sauce, like I'm just gonna take some of the sauce on its own. You don't get this in LA very often.
We're completely stuffed. The food was so good, everything, I would highly recommend it.
It's the right consistency. It's got a crunch to it. Fantastic, just delish. We'll be back for another Parm night.
Everything is amazing. There's tons of flavor. It tastes like your grandma made it, which is exactly how all Italian food should taste. Amazing, chef's kiss. My dad would be supremely jealous right now, for sure.